Okay, so I'm just going to be going straight off the dome as always and just addressing a few things. Some people have asked me, why am I so happy? Why is my birthday coming? Things of that nature. And just to address that a little bit, I do not have my birthday coming until February. My birthday is February 9th. I am an Aquarius. So, yes. Not I'm happy because as long as I have a day of life, I'm going to be happy. I do not leave my bed without saying today is going to be an awesome and amazing day. Today is going to be a great day. I'm going to have a day filled of laughter and happiness, and that's what it's going to be. I don't care what anybody says. This time of year for me is definitely a time for me to just enjoy life, a time for me to be able to get prepared for the next year, to get prepared for the things that are coming my way. I enjoy this time of year because for 5 years consistently, back to back, I was locked up on either Thanksgiving or Christmas. And then that fifth year, I was locked up for a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving all the way up until a couple of days after Christmas. So the fact that I had missed out on holiday time, holiday season with my family, and I had to be in a predicament to be looking around at other people looking at me the same way, being like, I don't want to be here with you, and having to eat nasty food, having to eat like a piece of chicken with that steroid Kool-Aid, trying to make you not get horny. People that's been locked up, you know what I'm talking about. Going through that made me realize that I cannot take any day for granted. I cannot take the holidays for granted. I have a thankful day every day. Today is Thursday, but I have a thankful day every single day because I've been in those situations where life could have been taken from me in the blink of an eye by the grace of God. Only God, because ain't nobody come and save the day. Ain't nobody was there to be like, I'm going to rescue you. I was set up one time. Just give you a little bit of story, just give you a little bit of me. So one time I was actually set up by somebody I called a good friend, and they allowed or got in contact with an ex-boyfriend of mine that we had seen hours ago in the mall, and had him come to his house. And that day, my ex at that time had pulled a gun out on me and had it to my head, and I seen there was bullets in the chamber because it was a revolver, so you can see the bullets. I seen there was bullets in the chamber, and I heard the gun click, but no bullets came out because only God, not because the dude that called him over there, knocked him down or anything like that. He was actually like steps away watching. He didn't come and save no day, nothing like that. When my door got kicked in and the dude was saying that he was sent there for me to try to sexually assault me, wasn't nobody there but God. God is the only one who made sure that I didn't actually get raped that night. God is actually was there to make sure that that gun that was being pointed to my head did not go off. I cannot stress enough that the reason why I am happy is because I have life. I love myself. I love God. I love my family. I love my business. I love myself. I love myself so much that I am allowing myself to be able to live and enjoy each and every day, not letting anything or anyone have the power to be able to take over and make me upset. Of course, there are people that get on the road that do not know how to drive, and I have to get right behind them or right in front of them, and they try to be used as something that's going to knock me off the road or make me have to come out of myself because they don't know how to drive. But I don't let that happen. I've been somebody one day had blue, like it was a yield. It was one of the little roundabouts, and it was where they was coming this way and I was right here, and it was my turn to go, meaning that car did not yield, and they kept on coming, and I had 3 kids in the back seat, and instead of them just going on about their business, they blew the horn, threw the middle finger up at me, and really almost made me come out of myself. Like the old me would have followed them. I got their tag, and if I ever see their car, I am not going to fudge them up on sight. But what I'm saying is that the way that I was, and the way that I used to react, and the way that I used to let things get to me is no longer able to happen. I know people are like, so are you still the same person? I am still the same me. I am still Cristal. I still like to have a good time. I still like to enjoy life. I just do it in a different way. I'm not going to allow myself to be in situations where I can get hurt or harmed or be taken away from my kids or my family, because it wouldn't just affect myself, it would affect my kids, it would affect my family, it would affect those that are wanting to see this beautiful smile on a day-to-day basis. I cannot tell y'all how to live your life, but what I can say is that it's worth living. I can say that it's worth actually making sure that you're doing everything possible to keep that beautiful smile on your face, to keep smiling, keep going, keep growing, keep glowing. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I can't just break down everything that I've been through, but I've been through a lot where people, I've seen them go through the similar things or a situation that's just alike, and they're down and they're depressed and everything. And I understand, because at one point I was too down and depressed. I was to the point where you can go through my pictures and see there was a point where I just did not care whatsoever. I didn't care how my appearance was. I didn't care how I was feeling. I didn't care because I was depressed. I was going through some things. I was letting the things that I had been through attack me. And I had to let that stuff go, because I can't live life being all happy and smiling and being able to move forward through things if I continue to let those things attack me. I had to let that stuff go. And a lot of times people be like, well, how did you let things go? I'm gonna tell you just like this, okay? There's plenty of people that come into my life and they feel like they have made a big enough impact to stop me from being happy. That has even happened within the last few weeks, where people have came and told me, I'm going to marry you, and, we're going to be happy together. I'm going to move where you are. First and foremost, if you're in a totally different state, I don't see it happening. If you're in a totally different country, I don't see it happening, because you're going to have to court me. I know my worth, and I know I like to eat. And I would love to have a delicious meal over a wonderful conversation face to face. I am not the one that can be knocked off and be like, oh, well, it didn't turn out the way that I thought it was going to. And so I'm kind of depressed or whatever. And I grew up as a military child. So from the age of 3 on up, I had learned early how to just let things go. And once I stopped doing that, and I got comfortable in the place that I was at, and I got comfortable with what was going on, then it made me get comfortable with keeping things close and not wanting to let go of things. The way that I have gotten over relationships or people that have come into my life and left, I have a mental funeral for you. I have it mapped out where if you come into my life and you end up having to leave, because I do pray that God blocks all of those that are not meant for me. So if one day all of a sudden we're not communicating anymore, I know it's time for me to go ahead and have a funeral for you, because you may one day pop back up. And for me, it'll be like you're a totally new person. And you'll be like, what do you mean? I'm the same person, and we were just talking a few weeks ago. And to me, I've already had a mental funeral for you. I actually grieve you. I actually make sure that if I have pictures of you and all that kind of stuff, I get rid of it. I delete messages and all that kind of stuff, because I feel like if I go ahead and have that mental funeral for you, then you're dead to me. And people might say that's mean or whatever, but I mean, I can love you from a distance, and I definitely can pray for you to have all the glory and all the love and the desire and all of the good things that God has for you from a distance. Okay. I don't have to talk to people on a consistent basis. If I feel like it's done and it's dead. I don't hold and harbor and hinder on all those things, because if I do, it's going to take me back to that person that I was. And I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be down. I don't want to be where it's gloomy outside and I am too. No, that is not how it works. I'm happy. It ain't a bit of sun outside right now, but you see that shine, you see that glow, because it's within me. It's not what's on the outside. It's not what you see. It's all about what's on the inside. What I have going on the inside, my mental, my physical, my emotional, my everything, all of that it shines out. Like, that's the only way that it works for me. It might not work that way for you, and that's okay, well, fine and good. But for me, it is totally different. And I hope people, understand what I'm saying, because I am an Aquarius. I do have misunderstood tatted on my side. So I want you to kind of understand what I'm saying. And I know it's a lot of people that do, and I appreciate you. But what I'm really trying to make sure you understand is that anything that is negative, or anything that's trying to keep you from being the best you, from you being able to say, I'm having an awesome and amazing day. I'm how my aunt says, she says, I'm blessed and gifted in the Lord. Like, highly favored, blessed, and gifted in the Lord. Like, every time, it does not matter. She always says that every time. And I could be like, I'm just good, and I'm not. I'm blessed and gifted in the Lord. I am awesome and amazing. And that is how we have to be able to move through things and get through those obstacles that are trying to knock us down, because there are always going to be something that's going to try to knock us down. People cannot drive, and they still get in their cars and attempt to drive. There are people that will say something that will be like negative and just be like, goodness, I'm sorry I even said anything. But let them talk and let you be able to speak in positive way and in an empowering way and an inspiring way and in most motivational way, because you never know what somebody is really going through. I put these videos up and these pictures and these posts up because I want to be that person that is empowering and motivating and don't know what that says, but empowering, motivating, and actually inspiring to people. I like that I'm able to have that, because that's a gift that I'm able to have to be able to give to other people. And it's a free gift, it's free. So you can get this happiness. All those that think they're going to come my way and try to deter me on my path and my journey and knock me off and have me failing tests that God sends to me, you are not able to do that. I do apologize. It won't happen, but I will stay happy.